2-set lead by Ateneo. They lost in 4 in their first meeting last year in the first round. But now they're ahead 25-18, 25-20. They're looking good. And they're feeling good. And you can see it on the court. If you're here at the arena watching, you can see the body language, the demeanor is very different.
That's right. And, you know, when you look at them, you know that they know exactly what they're doing. They're very comfortable. Jem Ferrer was actually given the authority to be more creative, you know, try and experiment, execute combination plays. And what's good is that the offensive attackers of Ateneo has been delivering.
You know, usually Ateneo has a hard time, as we are going to check out the numbers here. They usually have a hard time against a good blocking team.
Yes.
LaSalle, UST, Adamson, a better blocking team against them. I mean, standing-wise, but today, Adamson only has 2 blocks. And they have committed more errors, as you can see, so not a good sign for them.
That's right. And even in terms of attacking, they haven't had as much excellent attacks. In fact, the key players, I keep on mentioning this, but the likes of Angela Benting, we have Jill Castillo, they still have not yet performed, you know, their usual game. It's only Pao Soriano, and, you know, ang hirap nun eh. If you're a one-man team, you can't score all the points for them.
Yun pa, what they are wanting in terms of more offense itong Adamson. No, not much production from Benting. Jill Castillo also, as we mentioned. It's only been Pao Soriano. Again, Angela Benting able to put it away there. An overset by Jem Ferrer. Tomorrow, big game. And I mean big games. UENU, that's something I'm looking forward to, and I'm not sarcastic at all. That should be a really good match. They're matched up against each other. NU has been looking forward to that day that they're going to play against UE because they know that's their best chance to actually get a first win.
And it's actually a very exciting game. The first time that they played against each other.
5 sets. The first game of the season, actually. And that they almost snatched that one. UE just showing experience in the 5th set, putting NU away. And then, of course, our second game tomorrow. And
a lot of people are looking forward to this game. It's our number 1 and number 2 teams going up against each other. It's LaSalle versus UST for the main game tomorrow.
Alaman natin kung undefeated ang LaSalle in the elimination round. It doesn't matter though whether they get a defeat or not. They're still number 1 in the Final 4. And then sa umaga, sa hapon kasi yun eh. Sa umaga, still courtesy of ABS-CBN Sports, you can watch Pinoy Power 3. Sabi yung Valentine presentation natin, ha? All sports. Pinoy Power 3, 10:30 a.m. You know, the likes of Nonito Tanar in the main event, of course, Jerry Peñalosa, Ciso Morales, ang ating mga Pinoy na magpapakitang gilas bukas ng umaga, 10:30 before the volleyball tournament. Or the volleyball games tomorrow. All right, let's check in with Jessica Mendoza from the Ateneo side.
Boom, the secret behind the intense attack coming from this end is actually the Ateneo setter, Jem Ferrer. Coach Roger Correa told her early in the last set, hayaan mo silang mataranta. Kahit swerte, huwag sa isang side lang magagaling. At kahit yung mga spikers mo, di dapat alam kung sino titira basta't nakahanda lang sila doon. He added that they should also be noisy on the court, communicating to each other and to match Adamson consistently in their defense. But the overall atmosphere over here is relaxed and positive. And the girls, in fact, have something to look forward to tonight, win or lose. Those who don't have other plans will be having dinner at former superstar Chat Soriano's house.
There you go. Who has hosted many dinners already in the past for them, as I have heard. We will wait for the invitation, but
so that's already an announcement. Invite us.
Just kidding, Cha. Adamson's had the 1-point lead for a while earlier, so that's the first taste of the lead. You know, going back to Jessica's report, as they get the lead again here at Ateneo. Jem Ferrer on her second year, even in her first year. First year showed a lot of promise. Second year has been incredible as a setter, but also Patilano on her first year, I mean, creating so much impact for their team. They gotta tip your hats off to these setters here. Number 1 and number 2 setter of the league.
And that actually made a lot of difference. Kasi usually, if your setter is not as good as what they currently have. For example, mahihirapan sila eh. But this time, you see kung ano yung ikot na nagagawa ng attackers, how many plays they can actually execute.
Ateneo got lucky in that set of Ferrer, which was too low. Gretchen underhanding it. And still finding a spot. That's how bad the floor defense of Adamson has been. In contrast to Ateneo. Ateneo's actually looking like Adamson in terms of their floor defense.
That's right. And clearly, even if the score is a bit tight, you'll see that it's actually Ateneo's dictating the pace of the game, and it's Adamson who's trying to catch up.
Catch up on the back foot, as we said, no? Adamson, the #1 receiving team in the league, has had problems today. I think as Jill Castillo finds the line there, Coach Dulce is going to send in a brand new player in a bit, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. She's getting frustrated already, and this is the third set. There's no room anymore. Wiggle room for them. For those who don't know the sport of volleyball in a 5-setter, well, obviously, best of 3. Ateneo wins. They take #3 and will go up against #2 UST in the Final Four.
And again, for those who have just joined us, or for those who are not familiar, the reason why, of course, both these teams are trying to compete for that #3 spot is because they want to avoid going up against LaSalle, the undefeated team we have now.
Undefeated and defending champions too. 8-7. Nauna na naman ang Ateneo sa technical timeout. We'll be back. Battle Battalion, the Ateneo squad, obviously in high spirits,
enjoying the game,
while the other side trying to pep up their volleyball team. You can only do so much if you're part of the pep squad. Of course, the rest is up to the team. For Adamson, you're looking for inspiration to bounce back here. The only way these two teams are going to meet in the finals is that if they both win twice in the Final Four against their respective opponents. I saw you shake your head earlier.
It's something that it was actually poor reception. It's not something that you would usually see from Gata.
9, serving 7, Gretchen Ho. It's kind of taken over the face of Ateneo, I think, from Charo Soriano.
A lot of pretty faces we have here. That's why, of course, I mentioned a lot of guys actually watching.
It's a tough choice, actually, when you think about it. But in terms of, there's always one face.
It would be Gretchen Ho.
I would think that's what, even in the, our primers and all of that. Jill Castillo with the serve. I actually thought the natural progression would have been Bea Pascual being the veteran, the outgoing student. Very good looking too. Incredible volleyball skills. As they are tied with Adamson right now, and Angela trying to put the point away. Cara again receiving so well in this game. Bending off speed, set back again.
Everything is just not working for Angela. It seems like she's looking for the hands and aiming directly into the hands of the blockers.
And you look at their faces, they look defeated already, Anne.
This is not something that you'd